A very good evening, friends. Today we are on the 197th meeting of our club, Speak Magic Club. So I am your Surgeon at Arms. My name is Joy, and I would like to welcome you all to this meeting. Before we start, we want to make sure that all our members know about the ground rules that we follow for any of the Toastmasters meeting. There are not many, but a very couple of them. I just wanted to remind you, as always, number one, kindly switch off your mobile so that you are away from the distraction. So that will help you to focus more. Your focus is more important here, so that whatever time we are together, we'll be able to fetch the maximum fruit out of it. The second is that as a Toastmasters, we don't talk about sex, religion, and politics in a derogatory manner. So kindly refrain from talking about these topics. And the third is that we want everybody to be on the video for a better reaching out to each one of you in this, even if it is in a virtual mode, and kindly be at mute when you are not speaking, so we can have the conversations on a healthy manner. And towards the end, I'd like to once again remind the vision for Toastmasters, that is, Toastmasters has to provide a healthy, protective environment and opportunity where members can practice and increase their communication skills and leadership skills. So with this, I would like to give the stage to our very dear own president to start this meeting proceedings. So let's give a big round of applause for today's meeting and welcome our president, Sonalita ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Joy, who has been a wonderful sergeant at arms for us. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I would like to wholeheartedly welcome you all for the 197th meeting of Speak Magic Toastmasters Club. And with the power and authority vested on me, I would declare the meeting open. So, before we all proceed with today's meeting, I would like to leave you all with a small thought. There was a man, he wanted to enter a restaurant. So he was very busy, so he started walking towards the door and he started pushing the door. Hard, the door was not opening. Then something clicked him, maybe it is a pull. So he started pulling the door, but still the door was not open. After 5 minutes of utter frustration, he shouted, "How will this door open?" Then someone came in. He just slided the door and entered. So here is a thought. How many times in our life we are being pushing or pulling the door that just had to be slided for open? Here comes the mindset of hard work and smart work. Sometimes all it takes is just a few habits, or it's just a few things that we need to do in our life to go forward in either of our field. But we always think about big magical formulas, big steps. We always think that we can reach top of something only by taking so many stairs. Maybe sometimes there is an elevator that just we need to switch on, get into the elevator. So with this thought, let us welcome the Toastmaster of today, who is none other than our own VP Education, Toastmaster Venkat Sai. Toastmaster Venkat Sai, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and thank you for that encouraging presiding role which you have done. With your words, we have encouraged to start the meeting right now. So today's thing which I have selection, the theme is fitness. Okay, let me ask this question: how many of you do fitness? Morning walking, jogging? I want truth in yourselves, please. Okay, 3 of them are very true. Okay, 4. Sir, you are doing very lately, so I have small doubt on you.
Because I'm not very religiously doing it, sometimes I just miss it out.
I can guess it because I myself do like that. Toastmaster CB doesn't do, and all 4 are not in the meeting. So yes. So what I want to say now, in this world, there are 2 types of people in this world. The first type is committed to the fitness throughout their life. They play sport, they go swimming, or they have a lifetime membership in the gym. The second type of people are those who commit to fitness only when they realize their seat belts don't fit easily when we go in an airplane, right? They want extension to their seat belts when we go in an airplane. Perhaps they need a new hole when we tie a belt to our round. As you guess, I'm also in second category, and Joy sir is second category. I don't know about Swanalata ma'am and Vijay sir. Vijay sir, what about you? Are in first or second? You're on mute, sir.
First.
First. Swanalata ma'am, first, second.
First. Off late, I'm very sincere. I work out at least 5 days a week, and I've lost quite a weight.
So the members who don't do, they are in third category. So please, let's promote ourselves to do fitness. And after, as I am in second category, I took a trip to the nearest gym. It's been about a week now. Let me tell you about that experience. The moments I witnessed the first baffled me a lot. I couldn't believe that my legs could be stretched as much for such period of time. This was further validated by my legs too fuzzy when I tried doing them. They wouldn't move. The instructor told me my entire body was too stiff due to the extended period of slow movements. But of course, I knew that well in advance. It sounded me as if I needed to grease the body, but all that reminded me of a cheesy burger. Okay, how many of you like cheesy burgers? Cheesy burgers? No? Okay, CB sir, at least you are in this. Thank you. Okay, Toastmaster Karthik, do you do fitness as you join now, as you on your camera? Do you do swimming, jogging?
Yeah, I do 5 days a week.
5 days a week. So you are in first category. Congratulations on that. As you would expect, the only thing I gained after my first day in the gym was, any guesses?
I'm very tired.
Warm up.
Okay, any more? CB? Toastmaster CB? Joy sir, any guesses?
Not to go to gym again or motivated?
No, you are all too close. Body pains. During the entire day, I walked, I moved, turned it slow into slow mode, all while justifying my decision. It's not to go to gym in the next day. And what happened, my mother brought a very tight stick, hit on my back. I had to go. That's how I have a redness in my back. Obviously, I won't show it now. Now we'll continue with my story, but first, let's understand how a Toastmasters meeting works. Every Toastmaster meeting is divided into 3 parts. The first part, prepared speech. Second part, impromptu section. And third part, evaluation. Let me now, okay, before that, Toastmaster Swanatha, can you confirm who is a general evaluator for the day?
You can find it in the already.
Okay. Okay. Now let me invite the general evaluator to explain her role. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Swanatha with a big round of applause.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the day. Before I perform the role of general evaluator, I forgot the guest introduction. So we have 2 guests. Let me quickly go and get the introduction. So I would like to guest Sendal to please unmute and introduce yourself to the club. Guest Sendal.
Hi, I'm Senthil. I'm from Barclays Chennai Toastmasters Club. I have attended your club meetings earlier as well, so I'm happy to be here again today.
Thank you very much, sir. Welcome to our club. We have a very familiar guest, Nirmala, who has been attending our club meeting for a long time. Ma'am, can you just introduce yourself?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Sorry, actually, I just come from office, so there is some noise. So sorry, I cannot show my face. And this is my 3rd time I join here, and happy to see that again I can join here. And thank you for giving me the chance to talk. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. We really appreciate your commitment to join, right? In our day-to-day life, we are so busy, and after coming to office, we generally feel so tired. I think we all have to give kudos to your courage that attending in spite of all our day-to-day activities. So thank you very much for joining. So now let me go back to my gender evaluator rule. For the benefit of the guests and the Toastmasters, I would like to explain what is the role of a gender evaluator. Generally, in every Toastmasters meeting, there will be one evaluator who's a general evaluator in the sense who will be watching the proceedings of the entire meeting. And at the end of the meeting, when the general evaluator is called upon, he or she will give his, observations regarding the meeting. They will give the commendations of what really went well and also recommendations that will help the club to reach a higher level. To do this big task, I cannot do it alone, right? So I have a tag team with me. The tag team, a timer, a counter, and a grammarian. So without further ado, let us welcome Toastmaster Sibi, who is a new join in our club, but then he is not new to be the role of timer. He has already taken up the role of timer twice as a guest. So I would like Toastmaster Sibi to come on the stage and explain his role as a timer.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. As a timer, my role is to keep time for all the speakers to ensure that everyone speaks within their allotted time. This will also help in ensuring that meeting runs on time. For prepared speeches, the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will flash green card, and 6 minutes yellow, and 7 minutes I will flash red card. For table topics, the allotted time is 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will flash green card. 1 minute 30 seconds, I will flash yellow card, and 2 minutes red card. For speech evaluation, the allotted time is 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will flash green card. 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will flash yellow, and 3 minutes red. There is a grace period for that 30 seconds. After red card will be flashed, so that you can wrap up your speech. I will be back with my report at the end of the meeting.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sibi. Our next member in the tag is our counter. I would like to call upon Toastmaster Sujol Roy, who impromptu took the role of our counter. Toastmaster Sujol Roy.
Thank you, Sornalita ma'am. So as a AHA counter, I would be keeping a close watch on everybody's filler words that we use, because we need to avoid the filler words such as o, and the repetition that we actually use in our speeches. This actually hampers the clarity of our speech, and we want to improve on that. So I will be making a note of all the R's that we would be actually making use in our speeches in the time to come, and I will present the report towards the end of the day when asked to. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sujay sir. And then finally, someone who is considered to be a very important role player in Toastmasters, generally the grammarian, because as we in Toastmasters focus on our communication skill, what is more important is language. You cannot communicate without a language. So a grammarian also plays a very important role in this. So I am the grammarian for today. So my role is I would look out for the good usage of English and also such usages which could be improved further. As a grammarian, I also have a duty to introduce the word for the day. So today the word is nexus, which means a close connection between two things. We can say as our TM Modi started, exercise, weight loss has a strong nexus between diet and exercise. So when we are connecting two things, the nearby cafeteria became a nexus for people to meet, which also means link, connecting people. So that's all from me. Once I've been called by the Toastmaster of the day to give the evaluation.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, General Leader Toastmaster. Now let's move into the debate speech section. So today we have two speakers for the day, and myself, and we have Toastmaster Karthik. So let me introduce my evaluator. My evaluator is none other than our President Toastmaster Swanalata. Over to you. You're on mute, ma'am.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Today, for our first speaker, he is attempting his level 4, Project 1. Project 1, and his title is Comfort Zone from the Pathway of Presentation Mastery, and his evaluation purpose is persuasive speaking. The purpose of this project is for the member to understand the type of persuasive speeches and deliver a persuasive speech in the club. Timer, please note the timing is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Venkat.
Thank you. It's 6 in the morning, and you know that, right? You should have been on a track outside jogging in the park. And to a good health, sadly, we were too cozy on the mattresses, saying that I couldn't wake up. It still sticks. This mattress wouldn't let you get down off the bed. The blanket and the pillow were too close to you, but still you have to get out. You're well aware that the only thing you are going to gain by staying on your bed is gaining extra points to your body and extra guilt in your soul. And yes, you give up. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, the most graphic description of this comfort zone is that I could give you. Comfort zone is that way which is hypnotizing the land where you are well aware that you should move out, and you don't either because you have some fear of the unknown. Stay too long in this zone, you are being in the risk. Therefore, what follows in this is self-pity and the guilt, right, that haunts your life. You all have been in this comfort zone. Okay, how many of you are having the comfort zone in your life? How many of you are having boundaries? 1, 2, anybody else? Okay, 2 people. Nice. Now think about the time when you were in a job. I wanted to resign from the job, and you know that you should meet very new people, and yet kept hanging out with your friends, which is familiar faces you read. The golden rule is that sooner or having leave this zone. We all know about the comfort zone. As we progress, the first thing in solving any problem is identifying the problem. How many of you agree with me? 2, 3 people. Okay. So let us now see how to identify it if you are in a problem. The simplest way is to check if you have been unhappy with any aspects of your life since a long time. It signals that you are in a situation that you want to get out of since you are unhappy, but haven't been able to. The second way is to check the to-do list. Okay, how many of you maintain to-do list here? To-do list? Nobody. 1, 2, 3. Nice. It is that signal that you're stuck in a loop. And the third way is to talk to people closest to you, your friends, your family. Is there anybody who doesn't like to talk or who are very in comfort to talk with your family and friends? Anybody? No, right? If there is somebody, that is something which is awkward to me, but yeah, sometimes things that are apparent to other people are not visible to us because we are too close to the problem. And the third eye, which we are having, health. So how do you get out of this comfort zone? The shortest answer: to take this action. How many of you remember the 3 ways which I told? Anyone? Shorter? Anybody? Sijojoy sir, Vijay sir, Sonalata ma'am, anybody? Do you remember the 3 ways? Yes sir, Vijay sir. Can we have a quick 3 ways which I told quickly? Vijay sir, please unmute.
Yeah. To-do list, talking to your family members, and identify the problem.
Yes. So let's break down the solution into smaller, easy bits. First, identify the zone would you like to be getting out of comfort zone. Now you know where you are and where you want to be. Next, at least identify 5 different routes you can take to reach your desired zone. This represents the 5 things you can do to get out of your comfort zone. Finally, follow the Nike words. Just do it. What is the Nike symbol? Can you remember? Are you all remembering the Nike symbol? Correct. Tick mark. Just follow it. Forget about others' opinion, their warnings. Take a leap of faith and just do it. You may start with the easiest one of the 5 routes you identify, but start is must. And hopefully one of the routes will take you to your desired zone. And if it doesn't, start the process all over again. So Toastmasters and dear guests, the good news is you are here to all to get out of your comfort zone. If you are decided to take a step out of your comfort zone and face your fear, face the audience. Thank you. So let me now introduce the second speaker of the day, Toastmaster Karthik. Before that, I would like to introduce his evaluator, Toastmaster Nitya, to come forward and give his speech objectives.
Give me
Toastmaster Nitya. Yes.
Yeah, just give me a second. Give me a second. Okay. The second speaker is going to be TM Karthik, and he's going to be delivering his level 1 speech 1, which is going to be his icebreaker. This is the purpose of this speech is for him to literally break the ice, for us to know him better, and for us to know him more as a person and his whole personality, and for him to gain ease over his dynamic leadership. And the introduction that he prefers to have is that he's a normal human being who wishes to make a difference in life. So all the best, Karthik. I hope you deliver a really good icebreaker speech. Timer, please note that the time for the icebreaker speech is 4 to 6 minutes, and you have a 30 seconds, obviously, 30 seconds threshold. Over to you, TM Karthik.
Thank you,
Toastmaster Cynthia. Oh, sorry.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Nitya. Your story, Toastmaster Karthik. Toastmaster Karthik, your story. Over to you.
A very warm greeting to all Toastmasters and guests present here. There are some who express their story, but there are others who don't. Therefore, everyone owns a saha to say, so do I. My chronology began 20 years ago in a small town called Madurai. Any food lovers here? Any foodies? If so, Madurai is the perfect place to satiate your taste buds. There are many famous dishes like bun parotas, jigar danda, biryanis, a lot. I tasted everything. And about my family, my dad's running this business, and my mom's a lovely homemaker with 4 children. And yeah, I have 3 elder siblings. with the third one being my twin brother. I had this one inevitable hobby that I could recollect from my childhood days. Any guess of what that could be? A person with 3 siblings, what that hobby could be? Fighting with my siblings. That hobby is fighting with my siblings. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I can remember fights like fighting for TV remotes, and my mom would be the peacemaker always. I had a fair childhood and things were going as per the plan until that one day. I saw my sister participating in a hat speech competition and she was delivering a speech. The idea of public speaking was very new to me. I was immensely curious to know how would I feel if I was giving a speech in that area. And then, without giving a second thought, I gave my name to the hat speech competition of sub-junior level. Then later I came back home and I disclosed the news to my mom, and she technically prepared me for the contest. Though she knew that the real test would be at the podium, she never expressed that and she genuinely prepared me. I could remember her advice on that day saying how harder the time might be. Never step back, always stay. So the day came. My name was announced in the podium by the host. As a response, I slowly walked towards the stage. Though butterflies were at full-fledged on creating a storm in my stomach, I made that inconspicuous to the public. I was just staying firm like this. With the slightest smile on my face, which also I learned from my mom. The sequel was just like one of the famous Tamil comedian's dialogue. My building was so strong with a very big basement. The host, who was also my class teacher, understood my status and she slowly came near to me and said to be relaxed and speak at least 2 lines in that competition. With no other go, I gathered courage and spoke 3 lines of the given topic. It was such a relief after I stepped out of that stage. And next day, the results were announced. And surprisingly, I won a prize. That was second prize. It was then I realized that only 4 members participated in that competition. The speech competition in my school was like a relay race. Participation is more enough to secure a prize. So this habit of articulation started like that. With continuity, it passionately took me to many spaces. And for now, to this brilliant space, Speak Magic Toastmasters Club. The tale of my talk over here is a part of my story. So what are your stories? Thank you. And I genuinely thank our President, ma'am, Mrs. Swarnalata, and Toastmaster Vikas sir for bringing me here to this space and for such wonderful opportunity. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Let's all stand up and give a round of applause for Toastmaster Karthik.
Thank you.
Let's all unmute and give a clap. If you're not standing, it's okay, but just unmute and let the applause be there for him. This is a tradition that is followed in Toastmasters. When some member gives the first icebreaker speech, we all of us stand up and give our applause. It's a token of appreciation. So Karthik,
that's very kind, ma'am. Thank you all. Thank you. That's very kind.
It was so amazing. It looked as if it was not your first speech. Congratulations. And thank you for choosing to join Speak Magic.
Pleasure, ma'am. Pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sarkit. With that speech, I am very excited to see your second speech of the day with something more exciting to come up. And I can see you're a very good speaker with the skills you are having with the speech which you are given right now. I wish a good Toastmasters journey and the best to become a good speaker in your journey. Thank you so much, Karthik. Now, fellow Toastmasters. Now, let's get back to our PMOD theme. Anybody remember what is the theme or forget?
Fitness.
Swarnalata ma'am is very straightforward.
I'm putting the poll for the best speaker, okay? You can continue. Others, please do OT.
Yes, fitness. So, fellow Toastmasters, as I told, I feel very immense pride in sharing with you that despite all the pain I had, I was at the gym the next day and the day after as well. In fact, I haven't missed a day yet with that body pains which I have gone through. Thankfully, the pain subsides over a few days. In same time, I've also been able to stretch my body a little more than before. And that wonders myself. Is that my body is that fit because of having that many pains, but it also stretched my body again and again. My instructor has set a target for me now. The day I am able to run on a treadmill for 15 minutes straight, that which is very big task, right? Anybody tried that 15 minutes running on a treadmill straight? Okay, CB sir, sorry. There are many here. So there are many fitness here. If you are having an offline week, we can keep a fitness running marathon race. What do you say, President Toastmasters Sonalata ma'am? Yes, she is ready. So ma'am will be first. Yes. So now let's move on to the second session of the day. That is table topics, impromptu speaking, which you are all waiting for. So let me now introduce the table topic master of the day, Toastmaster Partha Bhattacharya. Over to you, sir.
Very good evening to all. I am so excited to being table topic master for the today's meeting. Very good evening to all my guests, and for the first time speaker and the guest, let me clarify what is the table topic. It's a speech just like impromptu. It's a time limit. Within the limit, you have to express what the thoughts come in your mind. For making our meeting much more interesting, I put little bit twist into today's table topic. In today's table topic, I will show one picture. Okay, one picture will flash in front of you, and it will be the special symbolic picture. It's a special symbolic picture, and you have to identify what it's actually meaning, what I try to indicate it. And speaker will get time for finding it out. If not possible for him or her to finding out what actually meaning, then I will help them to find out. Timer, please note, when second time speaker starts speaking only, then time will start. Okay. The speech length is 0 to 2 minutes. Now, please give me the access for sharing screen.
It's already there, sir. You can see.
Okay. So who will go first? Guest? Nirmala, do you want to take first?
Yeah, yes, yeah, I can take first.
Okay. Screen is visible to you, Nirmala?
Yeah, yeah.
In this
visible.
Okay, thank you. In this picture, there is 2 jars and full of sugar. In one pot, a mouse is sitting on the full jar full of sugar. And the second picture, sugar is almost finished, but the mouse inside the jar. Through this picture, I try to indicate one thing, one message. You have to find out the what thing I want to indicate through that. After you finding out, you can express your thoughts on that.
Okay. From that picture, I can get it one thing that in this time we are stuck in entertainment, kind of Facebook, Instagram. So we are not focusing in our goal. So we're enjoying that time. But another job that is try to overcome this and get out from that jar to leave that kind of time pass thing like. So I think that is the thing I get from that picture. Am I right?
You are quite quite close to it, but I try to in that comfort zone through this picture. When the rat sit on the full of jar of sugar, he can't realize where he is. When it almost finished, then he realized that he is in the trap. So your topic is comfort zone. You can start now.
Your comfort zone. Is it? Oh, I want to say that like that we are stuck in a comfort zone, but I have to overcome this comfort zone with our basic with our goal. If we have a powerful goal for in a future or motivation, we can go out from this. So through our perspective and what should I say perspective like I could not.
Okay, excellent. No issue. You have expressed the whatever come in your mind. It is a fantastic. Nothing worry about that. You have expressed your thoughts, and we love your thoughts. Excellent.
Thank you.
Now for the second, who want to go next?
Manish.
Okay. Your topic now. This. Okay, let me help you. This is the 9 and it's made with the cloud. It is cloud 9. So your topic is cloud 9. It means happiness, extreme joyful moment, cloud 9.
I know the two meaning of cloud 9. One is when I'm ecstatic, I can say I was in cloud 9. When I went for skydiving, before that, I was scared, I was petrified. But I decided that I would go. How many people died because of skydiving? There is somebody who would help me. When the lady was helping me to wear outfit, she told me, initially, when they kick you, that time, there's a little fear, for only that for a 30 seconds. After that, it's a child play. She was absolutely right. When I was going, it took the helicopter went 14,000 feet high. On the way, I was motivating myself. I can do it. And when they kicked me out, and I was enjoying like anything, I can say I was almost cloud 9. That moment of life, I can't forget in my entire life. That incident. But after this thing happened before COVID, after that, I didn't travel abroad. But in future, whenever I visit any country where I have this option to go for skydiving, I would never miss. Because these type of things, if one person remember entire life till their last breath, and this thing, a person discuss with their kids. No, I don't have. I don't. My kids are not married, but this thing I can discuss with my grandkids also. And one more cloud 9, which I know, with that we say that it's a restaurant where people take takeaway, and they do not have a sitting place. That is also cloud 9. Over to the Toastmaster, please.
Wow, such a wonderful speech. You have connect the cloud 9 with your wonderful emotional memory of your traveling in helicopter. It's really amazing. The way you connect the story with the speech, with this topic, it's such a wonderful. It really touched with my heart. Thank you, sir, for wonderful speech. Who want to go next? Swata sir and TM. Okay. TM Nithya will get first. Okay. Yes. My screen is visible, Nitya? You are on mute.
Sorry, I'll start now. This
Have you
image,
understand that topic?
yeah, so I need to describe the image in the way
Yes,
I feel.
first you have to explain what I try to mean that.
Okay. No, do you have a specific?
Yes, it's a specific.
Okay, so I need. So this is all about me explaining what I feel.
What it's indicating, then you have to start. When you start only, then timer will start the timing. Okay.
But no, the whole speech is like the whole 1 or 2 minutes are going to be about what.
I am repeating. I am showing you picture. You have to. It is a special type of picture. Means special type of topic. I am particularly indicating on thing. You have to understand what I try to mean that. If you can identify, it's okay. If not, then I will help you. Then you start speech, and timer will know timing from that time only.
Okay. So this image is something I've grown up with for my whole life. So what I feel this means is saying that you need to be like a lotus leaf in life. You are always in the water, but you should not get submerged by the water. Like the water droplets should just float over you. Is that what you were thinking?
Yes, similar type of thoughts. It's a water drop on the lotus. It means water drop, lotus always unstable. Okay, that you even never see the water drop on the stable condition on the lotus. It's always circulating. It's unstable condition. So it is the instability of human life. Your topic. You can speak now.
Okay, instability of human life. Okay. So like T.M. Partha said, human life is indeed unstable. We've had so many poets and even big authors or very famous authors telling us life is transitory, life is ephemeral, and I couldn't really agree more. We live a gala life, we live happily one day, and then we just either there are just so many things that happen. People enjoy their lives to the fullest, and one fine day they turn poor. Some close one dies. People die young. There are just so many things in the human life that you can never say anything is permanent. Like we don't know what's going to happen next. Emotion, like even the emotions, you cannot be too attached to someone because we really don't know like what is going to happen. And being over attached, and when something happens to the person, we just tend to get wrecked, and that leads to emotional instability. So the human life as such is not as easy as we think it is. Our ancient texts used to describe it as the samsara sagara. Like it's the ocean. Samsara sagara. The sagara means the ocean. Samsara is the world. So it's very difficult to navigate the world of life. And human beings would tend to be unstable. I mean, our desires could just wipe us out. Any problem could just wipe us out. We are not as stable a species as we think we are. We are probably the only species in the whole history of evolution to think we are the most intelligent species, but we're not as strong or invincible as we really think we are. So that's the perspective I have. Another perspective I really would like to add, because this is a picture very close to my heart, is that because it's something I've always been told by people around me. So the lotus leaf is supposed to be an ideal, because no matter whatever depth of water body it is in, it never gets submerged. It will keep on floating no matter what. And we are always told to stay that way in life, because that helps us wade through the tough part of life. We are going to have very, very conflicting emotions. We're going to have a lot of trouble. Our mind is called a monkey for a specific reason, because our mind keeps wavering. So for us to remain, in a steady position, it is always recommended that we live like the lotus leaf, where we take in the positivity, but we don't get submerged by the negativity. So that's all that I thought. Thank you so much.
Such a phenomenal speech, such a phenomenal. You are so natural, so natural. You express your thoughts from bottom of your heart. I love your speech. Thank you so much for such a phenomenal speech. Now it's time for Satta sir. My screen is visible, Satta sir?
Yes.
It's a cat. The image is lion. Image on the mirror is lion.
Okay. So, so you want my perspective on the picture?
Yes.
Okay. Somebody once told me that unless until you learn the lessons well, the life will throw that same test again and again. So that means when you get that particular learning, what life expects you to learn, you pass the test. It's exactly around 5-6 years back, and one gentleman created a hell in my life. Every activity, everything I do, he tag it as a failure. And I was literally crying on his approach because he was my boss. And somebody, a mentor of mine, told me to just wait and observe why he's doing that. Is it his genuine interest in letting you down, or he wants really to improve yourself? And I connected with that person. Little bit braveness is required. And I got his point. He is surprised that he expects me to perform like anything. And I was so happy that I could get that message so early. And he becomes to one of my savior in my career. So that is the way we look about the situation. The entire meaning changes when the perspective of view changes. So it's up to us. It's up to us to take that big lesson from the situation or let the situation ride on us. It's my key message from this this piece of picture. What's your context on this table topic, Master?
Wow, it's a great speech, such a sensational speech. You start with the example happen in your life, and you share your life story and how you learn about it and how you change yourself. That is a great message from your speech. Yes, I try to mean the same way you have explained. All the most powerful thing we already have. Sometimes we forget about. When we look at the mirror, we understand the power we have. Sometimes we should not judge ourselves the condition we are in. There is most powerful thing already inside us. We have to discover it. We have to generate it from ourselves. That is the key thing of the discovering the life. That was my message. Thank you for such a wonderful speech. Who want to go next? Sijo sir, are you ready?
Yes, Partha.
Yes. Here the teachers, someone asking all the animals for climbing the tree: snake, lion, monkey, elephant, all the animals, and it's indicating the one particular system.
Yeah, it is that you have to judge people based on their actual skill set or their expertise.
I try to mean there's a current education system, and you can continue.
I remember a person in my team. He was not performing to the expectation that I or my reviewer had from him. We had assigned him a particular task. Every time we tried to encourage him to take it to the next level or bring some progress, show some progress on that project, he was failing to achieve or move the needle further. Then I tried to approach him and try to understand why he is not able to make progress. After a one-on-one conversation with him, I understood that his interest or the skill set is not in what the project is all about. He had interest more on the business development side, and our project was more on the programming part of it. So he told me that he's least interested in the implementation side, but since this job opportunity came for this and he was somehow about to click this opportunity by clearing the interview, since he had some theoretical knowledge about this subject, he enrolled for this subject, enrolled for this opportunity and joined the project. That is when I understood that everybody has their own skill set. We cannot judge people based on their output. Before we try to put a judgment or assessment, we have to make sure he or she is being actually placed into the right place on which his or her expertise lies. Then we can actually encourage that person to be at the maximum output that we expect from an individual. So friends, if we try to judge a fish based on its flying skills and a bird based on its swimming skill or a monkey based on a running skill, they are not going to achieve the output that we want. Every person on this world has been created with a unique talent and feature. So I encourage everybody to realize what they are excelled about or what their talent lies on or what their God-gifted talent is, to realize that and put their passion and your profession, all this together and provide a better output to the world and be the reason for the change to this world. Thank you.
Excellent speech, excellent speech. Cool, calm, composed storytelling. We are so connected from the very beginning of your speech to the last end, and you bring the personal story, connect with this theme, and give the conclusion at the end. Lovely speech. Now, who want to go next? Please raise your hand.
Thank you, sir.
Want to get? I am missing Vijay Kumar, sir. Okay, Uma ma'am. Okay. It's okay. Now it's for Uma ma'am. My skin is visible, right, ma'am?
It's visible. Yeah, it all depends on your attitude. You can see a mirror with an apple. You can see the rotten side from your side, whereas you can see the brighter side or the nice apple when you see in the mirror. So it all depends on your attitude. Is that the message?
Yes, actually, there are so many things, we see that great thing so much, but sometimes there is many issues, anything different things inside it. We can't predict it from the seeing from the outside. That's my message. You are quite close. You are so close with your topic. Please proceed.
Okay. So it all depends on your attitude. Your attitude counts. That is on that I want to speak. Like you're seeing in the mirror an apple. So when you see, you see the rotten side, but when you see in the mirror, you see it as a nice apple. So it all depends on how you look at it. For example, I want to just tell a story. There was a millionaire who went to a doctor to cure his eyesight. And that millionaire, the doctor said, you have to take some medicines and you will become all right. So he took so many medicines, but still there was no cure. And it so happened that a monk advised him, you have to see a lot of green things and then your eyesight will become better. So the millionaire immediately called all his servants, painted the whole house green, even the pots, the walls, everything was painted green. And he thought his eyesight will get cured. And after some days, the monk passed by that house and he just wanted to check how the millionaire was. And as soon as he entered the house, the servants started pouring buckets of green paint on him. And the monk was surprised. What is this happening? And the servant said, no, sir, you're wearing a red dress. And if my master sees you, his eye pain may come back. So the monk started laughing. He said, what is this? This is not the way. If you have painted the whole house green, if your master had just done a simple thing, if he had worn a green spectacle, everything would have appeared green. You need not have spent your fortune also on that. You would have saved money. So it all depends on your vision, how you look at it. We try to change the whole world, but if we change ourselves, then there will be a change. Instead of changing the whole world, if we can change ourselves, how we look at it, it all depends on our attitude. Just a small shift, and then the whole scenario changes. Either half cup or half glass full or half glass empty, how you look at it. Thank you.
Another excellent storytelling. Such a wonderful speech. Lovely, ma'am. Lovely, ma'am. Thank you so much for your powerful message. I love it. Now, who want to go next? Guest Vijay Kumar, sir. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Do you want to go next?
My video is on, speakers on.
Okay, okay. Your topic is Ikigai. I think it's everything is displaying on the screen. You can just look at and you can continue.
Ikigai. All right. A reason for being. Actually, it is what you love, mission, passion, profession, paid for, vacation, what you need. You're comfortable should feel emptiness, excitement and complacency by uncertainty. What you need to do in such a case is you just have to be positive. Because the more negative you are, the more negative feelings will come. Now, satisfaction but feeling uselessness, you should learn contentment. You have to learn contentment. If you're going to, if I ever say, I want this, I want that, you're not going to have any peace of mind. Delight and fullness, but no wealth. Well, the problem with wealth is that if anything happens to you in the next few minutes, what's going to happen to that wealth? It's going to be there. As long as you have enough to go by your daily life, shouldn't that be enough? Well, when you say excitement and complacency, but sense of uncertainty, nothing is really certain in life. You see what you've got, you see what you need, and always remember, what you need is what you want, but what you want is not necessarily what you need. And comfortable feeling emptiness. Do you know how many people are uncomfortable? Do you know how many uncomfortable various things? And you're feeling empty? You see what you've got. That's all you do. You see? So you must always think about what you have and be content. Unless it's something that you need, then that is the thing that you want. And friendships and following your vocation or whatever gives you happiness. So Ikigai is something which you must look at and resolve within yourself. Thank you.
Great speech, sir. Ikigai is this Japanese concept, is a reason for being. It is the combination of the four things: what you love, what you are good at, what can be paid for, and what's all needs that you have. You have explained it such a wonderful way. You give this example, you made the tally, such a wonderful speech, sir. Thank you so much for your wonderful speech. I think I have only one.
Martha, sir, I'm very sorry to interrupt. I would also like to take a moment to tell everybody that Ikigai is a very important thing, and we actually have a book on it. I'm sure most of you are aware. In case you've not read it, please read it. It's beautiful. I think it's all of
such a wonderful book. Such a wonderful book. I have read it 3 times. I think all of these Toastmaster and guest already read this book. It is very famous book. I think so.
Yeah, it's pretty famous. I just started, like, I'm halfway through it, and there are people like me who very recently came to know about it.
I am make sure you have already you also read it repeated time in future also. Okay, I have only one topic left. Who want to go next? Mansi ma'am, are you there? Okay, nobody is there. Sonalata ma'am.
Sir, please give it to someone. I'm actually.
Okay, no issue, no issue. Venkat, do you want to take? No response. TM Karthik.
Probably CB has not spoken.
CB? Okay. CB, do you want to take?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
But today your topic is very difficult.
It's not difficult. It's so easy. It's so easy. Just shield it. It's Toastmaster meeting. We all here to learning. Just simple topic. It's dark room. There is one candle. It's so simple. You just proceed. Whatever thoughts come in your mind.
Okay, I think if we have final hope for everything. I think you are trying to say like that. No?
Yes.
Kind of hope.
Yes. Proceed. Please proceed.
Like in our whatever goals we have, like everybody has their own goals. Like if we have our goals first, we have to have the hope. Like we have to believe first we can, whatever the tough task it is, it can be achieved. We may undergo a lot of struggles, and that process might be very difficult. But like this picture shows, in the dark room we have like small like that there is some opportunity in a kind of it will be there, like some good fortune or something. So it will always help us to undergo the tough process or tough time we are having. So what I'm trying to say is like if we have a like good mindset, and we can, everything is possible. So that's it from my side. Thank you.
Great. You have explained it nicely. No, nothing to be say like that. It's simple, and you have explained it very well. You are so natural speaker, and you express your thoughts, come your mind. Fantastic speech. Well done, CB. Well done. Very good. Now it's time to hand over the session to the TMOD. I have completed my table topic sessions. I am stop sharing here.
Thank you so much, Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Partha. It's such a wonderful table topics we are having, and such a brainstorming table topics, as you mentioned. Now, let's get back to the theme of the day, fitness. Toastmasters, I want to say one thing about here. I find a lot of similarity between Toastmasters and gym. Can some Toastmaster, anybody guest Toastmaster, tell me one similarity which you think? I'll give you 1 minute of time. Think about it and tell me. Just 1 minute I'll be giving you.
Consistency. We need to attend the meeting consistent.
One.
Toastmasters is literally a mental gym. I mean, you need to put the effort. Like the first time you're going to do something new, it's going to pain. Like a physical exercise, and you're going to make an improvement, it's going to be hard, but it's worth it.
Yes.
Similarly, when you prepare a speech, it's going to be hard, but once you succeed, it's going to be great.
Toastmaster Nitya, do you do walking, jogging every day?
I work out at the gym. I can actually relate to that both ways.
So she can relate something. Toastmaster Uma ma'am, could you tell me one similarity?
Yeah, you have to take small steps, and then only you can get the bigger result. So here in Toastmasters also, we take small steps, maybe in table topics or prepared speeches, and then finally we become a great public speaker. Just like that, in a gym also, you cannot get your fitness in one day.
Yes.
It has to be consistent. So consistent efforts yield results.
You reminded me of my instructor who was saying me work out for 15 minutes on a treadmill. So, but on the first day I couldn't. I fell down on treadmill and I was moving back without any subconscious mind in mind. Yes, Satya sir, tell me.
So I can correlate this way. When you go to gym, you don't only attack one, focus on one muscle, building one muscle. It's the whole body. And Toastmasters also focus in similar way. Not only the speech or anything specific, but wholesome picture of it. Vocal variety, body language, using different tonality. So it's kind of exercising the whole body when it comes to communication and leadership. That's the biggest similarity I can.
Yes. Yes, you all are right. And I can see that you all are very good with your fitness. So yes, one thing which I found is that exercise for brain and exercise for body. as Toastmaster Ranathamam said, you have to commit the time and effort to the both. Expecting immediate results is setting yourself up for disappointment. Don't expect immediate results in gym or in a Toastmasters too. And most importantly, you need guidance, right? How many of you are with me? You need guidance in Toastmasters and gym. Yes, we need guidance. Imagine Toastmasters without our mentors. Wouldn't we feel lost? Not experienced Toastmaster, also normal Toastmasters. Wouldn't we feel lost without a mentor in your Toastmasters journey? How would a new joinee know how to perform roles, improve our scripts, what is acceptable or what is not acceptable? How would a new Toastmaster know? It's same in gym as well. Without that instructor, you may feel at a loss to where to begin and where to end. This is really underlines the importance of a mentor in our lives. Let's now move to the third session of the day. That is the evaluation session, one of the most important sessions in the Toastmaster meeting. I would like to call Toastmaster Sanlata as a general evaluator to take over.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the day, Venkat Sai. So before I give my general evaluator comments, I would like to call upon the speech evaluators who would be evaluating each of the individual speakers. So to evaluate the speaker number one, Toastmaster Venkat Sai, since I am the evaluator, I'm going to start the evaluation for Toastmaster Venkat Sai. Leave your comfort zone to arrive at success zone. This is what I was reminded when Toastmaster Venkat Sai began his speech. There were wonderful correlation all throughout your speech, which we could closely relate to. Three things that shined out for me was the first thing, the way you kept on asking questions in order to keep the audience engaged with your thing. Like, do you feel that familiarity while going out to the walk? That was a brilliant way to start off your speech. The second thing, what I really found is the way you made us to realize the problem and then you started giving us a solution. And best thing was you didn't leave us with just with the problem, but you went ahead and also gave us some 5-point procedures to follow how to come out of the so-called comfort zone. What really stood out and I really loved about your speech was when you said, when you came forward in front of the camera, paused for a second and asked us, do any one of you have difficulties discussing your problem with your family members? That with so much issues of mental health being discussed all around the world, that is really an important problem. That was a dot on the point. So these things really blew my mind with your speech. As we are talking about comfort zone, we also need to take up those steps that can take us to a higher level, right? So here are my recommendations. The first three, since you had such a good speech and beginning that is so much familiar with all of us, if you could have dramatized your starting at 6 o'clock, me fighting with my blanket, something, then we all would have been glued. When you were talking about the connection between the bed and the blanket and pillow, if you could have little bit changed your tonality, a small raise and drop, we would have been even more glued to understand what has happened to Toastmaster Satya. So that could have been worked upon. Second thing, the standard hand staple method. This hand gesture, we always maintain just in the beginning when we feel little nervous. But now that you are a seasoned Toastmaster, I would not expect you to maintain this hand gesture along. I found that most of your time in your speech, you are always having a steeple hand. This is a sign that you are not comfortable or you're fearful on the stage. So my recommendation would be just have your steeple hand in just 1 minute and then slowly start to separate so that you allow your body to be open. And second, the objective of your speech was persuasive. Although your speech was motivative, we were convinced, but I somewhere felt the persuasion was not up to the mark. Like for me to immediately decide, yes, I heard this speech from Venkat Sai, I'm going to go and do something about going out of comfort zone. And I might be a bit harsh here because You are doing your second pathway, so I want you to be more focused on your objectives. So the speech could have been little more persuasive, maybe more personal stories added to it. That would have really said, see how Venkat has, moved, pushed his comfort zone. So overall, your speech was fabulous. You had a good body gesture, good way of connecting, and also a good pattern of script writing. If you could have just worked upon a little bit of tonality, body language, and added little personal story, the speech could have been in another level. I believe life begins at the end of comfort zone. How about you, Toastmaster of the day? So I've done my evaluation for Venkat Sai. So I would like the second evaluator, Toastmaster Nitya, to evaluate the first icebreaker speech of Toastmaster Karthik, and I will also be evaluating Toastmaster Nitya because it is a part of a project of evaluating. So I will also be evaluating Nitya. It's a loop, okay? So Toastmaster Nitya, the floor is all yours.
Great description. Thank you, ma'am. So where do I even begin with? Let me start with this. There are some who express their story, but others who don't. Therefore, everyone owns a saga to say, so do I. I think there could have been no better starting to a fantastic icebreaker speech than this. TM Lecture Karthik, I think you've done a fabulous job with your very first speech. I mean, it's definitely not easy to come out of your comfort zone, as we've been speaking all along. I'm pretty sure this is out of your comfort zone, and to come and talk in front of these many people is no mean feat. So congratulations on that first. So let me go on and talk about the salient features of the speech. So I found that you had sprinkled a lot of humor in your speech. That's a very nice thing because I found myself laughing in many parts of the speech. And the part where you said the fight with siblings and then the childhood nostalgia, they were all very, very nice. The bun parota, all the mouth-drooling food items, all of them made for a very, very nice, a very nice experience for someone who is hearing. And I found you to be a very natural person in terms of, you had a very, very natural flow to your speech, where your voice and your tone, you had modulated it very, very finely, I would say, considering it didn't seem like it was your very first speech. And one more part that I really want to highlight is that you actually literally spoke about a topic that strikes a chord with everybody, which is overcoming fear, overcoming stage fear. I think that connects to Toastmasters the most. A lot of us have a problem with talking in front of people, which is why we actually, actively pursue Toastmasters. And another thing that I really liked was the 4 people in the competition and 2 people winning it. It took me back to my childhood where we had this, for those people who live in Tamil Nadu, you will probably know about this ad where they say there are 2 people in the race and the guy gets a second prize. I literally got reminded of that Gulab Jamun ad. And these are the salient features of the speech. Now I have some recommendations because these are points you can definitely incorporate and work upon. These are personally what I felt. I'm pretty sure it's very subjective. So the first thing is, the speech was fabulous. I just wish it had been a little longer. Now, this isn't not even a recommendation. This is really a feeling because you were so nice to hear. I really wanted to hear more about your speech. You could have probably added some more components, some more details in your speech. That was one thing that I felt. Second thing was eye contact, but I wouldn't really say anything about it because this is your very first speech. It takes a lot of work, a lot of confidence, and it's going to come only after a certain point of time. Most of us are still work in progress, and I to say the most because even I have a long way to go in terms of eye contact. And the other thing, this was one thing I very actively felt. So it would have been even more amazing if you had, stood up and had hand gestures and movement. Then it would have seemed more realistic and natural, is what I would say. To sum up whatever I said, you had an amazing speech. You sprinkled the right amount of humor, nostalgia, and everything. I'd say the only recommendation that I would really, really stress upon is for you to stand up and use your hand gestures for your next speech. Way to go. And I would say, What Are Your Stories was an amazing book too. So I would say all the best to you. I hope you do great stuff going forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Team Nitya.
Thank you very much.
That was very useful, Yoka.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Nitya. I would say I'm very proud of you. Your evaluation was on point. Like you had a very good structure, beginning with a common line. You gave recommendations, and you also followed up recommendations with examples. That was really good. And then finally, you also summed it up. If I would say, if I have to say some recommendations, I would say like you could add a bottom line also to connect, close the loop. You have started with a starting line, commendation, recommendation, ending line, a powerful ending line somewhere with a topic. Then it is a perfect sandwich to have. So beautifully recommendation. Congratulations. I do start doing a lot of evaluations. Your skill will get cram up that. And Toastmaster Karthik, big, huge round of applause for you to begin your journey in the Toastmasters. We were really mesmerized with the way you presented your speech. But to give a recommendation, I felt somewhere, I don't know, you might correct me, I felt somewhere you were reading from the script. Because maybe it is because of your eye contact, you might have had your camera or your mobile phone down. So often your eyes were like, below. So we felt like, sometimes I felt like, is he reading? Okay, not always, in some portion of the speech. So my recommendation would be kindly try to keep your mobile or a laptop such that your eye level is with the camera level. So this is one recommendation, so that it feels like you are not reading, you're looking into the audience, and always look into the eye of the camera, that black round, that, especially in online meets, so that we feel like, you're talking to each one of us individually. It's just a recommendation.
Sure. Yeah, I get it.
It was a beautiful speech. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So now, as a part of evaluation, general evaluation, we have already done with the speech evaluation. So to help me with the other parts, I would like to call upon the timer, Toastmaster CB, to give us a timer report. Meanwhile, I'll be launching the polls. Please do enter the polls, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
CB, you can continue.
Yes, ma'am. Today, President's opening has 2 minutes. Speaker one has TM Sai Venkat Sai has taken just a minute, 6 minutes 6 seconds. TM Leshu Karthik has taken 4 minutes 18 seconds. For table topic session, guest Nirmala has taken 1 minute. Guest Manish Gupta has taken 2 minutes 9 seconds. TM Nitya has taken 2 minutes 35 seconds. TM Satya sir has taken 1 minute 42 seconds. TM Sijojoy sir has taken 2 minutes 45 seconds. TM Usha ma'am has taken 2 minutes 5 seconds. TM Vijay Kumar sir has taken 2 minutes. Then for evaluation session, TM Sarunlata ma'am has taken 3 minutes 40 seconds. TM Nitya has taken 3 minutes 33 seconds. That's all from my end. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster CB. I would like to call upon Toastmaster Sijojoy, the R counter for today, to present his report.
Ma'am, can you just allow me for the sharing part?
Sir, it's for everyone. You're not able to share multiple parts. I have given the rights for everyone to share.
Yeah. Now it is coming up. Okay, quickly wanted to share the counter report for today. So we had 17 members participating. I think most of the people have spoken in today's meeting, leaving a few. I don't want to go one by one, but I just a quick flash on the number of hours that we have received and the repetitive words. For example, I just want to go through Sonalada ma'am many times. That has been repeated. I could not evaluate myself, so that is why it's a little bit blank there. CB, I don't find any. Satya sir, it's an I getting repeated. for Venkat sir, right? Okay, that Vijay Kumar sir have to. Nitya ma'am, I have just noted few more. There are even that it's, I mean, you know, and the Uma ma'am that Partha sir and really such that is, and Manish sir as that. And the other is also visible very specifically. Overall, I think we have been improving with meetings. Maybe from the next meeting or when we speak next time, we can take care of this or reduce the pillars so that it can be more specific and improve our speech and our audience are able to relate to what we say in a better way. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Susan Roy. As a last grammarian, I have noted few words like good usage of English, zigzag zone, life is transitory, world of life, unstable, inconvincible, good famous, work of progress, let us begin, saga. Only one time I found that when we said ikigai, I read it. It's not like I read it. So that is the only thing I found. And unfortunately, as a grammarian of today, I did not find anyone except me using the word of the day, nexus. So maybe next time I would recommend all of you to follow the word of the day. So that's all from the grammarian point of view. Now let me begin my evaluation as a part of General Evaluator. So today our meeting began 3 minutes past 7. So I know we were waiting for the role players to join, but then the recommendation would be, it is highly recommended that please, when you take up the role, please join the meeting at least 5 minutes so that when the primary role players are available, the meeting can be started on time. And then we had our Sergeant at Arm opening up the meeting. He welcomed everyone and also gave the ground rules and also the vision of the Toastmasters. So it was done fabulously. Second, we had the president who gave us a presiding message and also got the introduction of the guest. And we had the most impromptu Toastmaster of the day, Venkat Sai. I would like to give a special round of applause for him because he took the meeting in a very light mode and he just turned the meeting, which I thought had no Toastmaster for the day. But then he had so much questions, so much engaging way of keeping the meeting going. So thank you very much, Venkat Sai, for such an impromptu way of taking up. And then we had General Evaluator, of course, on all the tag team, which was also given. And then let me come back about the about the TTM, that is the table topic master. I would like to specially applaud Partha sir because we know that he had come just from his work, but he had a wonderful take, a very innovative way of going the table topics, which we all enjoyed. I believe we were made to think about the topic and then talk. So it was quite an innovative way of doing. My only recommendation for Toastmaster Partha is like when he was showing his picture, every time he was trying to help the participants. So instead of that, what could have been done is he could have shown us one sample picture and how to decipher it and how to come to the word or the question of our speech. Then it would have saved a lot of time for him to explain every time with each of the contestants how to go about. And second thing was to first have a seasoned Toastmaster to take up the table topic so that the guests and people who follow, who have just joined Toastmaster, it would be helpful for them to understand, like we all have these visuals, right? When we see someone doing things, it will be more easy for us to understand the larger context of the question. So that is our only recommendation from me. And overall, my report is the meeting was good, the agenda was prepared, and it was given and the meeting request was sent on the time. So from me, the meeting was done good. So with this, let me wind up and give the table to Toastmaster of the day, Venkat Sai. I think Toastmaster of the day is missing. Is it? Yeah. Okay. So with this, I think we lost Venkat. Nitya, certificates are ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just hold on. I'll just go for the guest feedbacks and then I'll ask you to share it. Okay?
Sure.
Okay. We have Toastmaster Manish Gupta. Sir, can you give us the feedback about our meeting, what you felt and what can be improved? Manish Gupta.
Hello, yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I was requesting the feedback.
I really enjoy attending Toastmaster meeting with you. I live in a small town. I get an opportunity. I can say Toastmaster has made this world as a global village. Sitting in my comfort zone, right now I'm in my office. I get an opportunity to rub shoulder with you. I get an opportunity to speak table topic. So this is the way I will also grow, and I learn something from you. Definitely, we all will grow. This is the only way we can improve our communication skill. This thing is not taught in any school till now. Nobody teaches us communication skill, and this is the most important skill if you want to grow in life. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I really second your thought. Yes, this one skill can take you far, far in either in your career, in your relationships, in every way. Yes. Thank you very much. Now, guest Nirmala, can you please give your feedback? How was the meeting? Any feedbacks, any learnings?
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Really enjoying basically table topic. I really enjoy it. Partner give me that one picture, and then they have to get the topic and tell you what I get. I really enjoy, and obviously fitness topic also so great. And your evaluation speech, so how to talk, how to give a speech for that. Here from perspective, I really appreciate, and I will really try to overcome that. And thank you for that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nirmala ma'am. Do keep joining our meeting. Thank you for us. And before we go for the final awards, I would like Toastmaster Karthik because today he had done his first session as a Toastmaster. So I would like to hear some feedback, some good, anything you would like to share with us.
I have this feel like I'm looking forward to do much better in the forthcoming meetings. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Distance of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, right? So you've already taken your step forward. We would love to see you doing multiple roles in the meeting. And yeah, it will be very wonderful for us to have you on the stage. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Karthik. Members, yeah, thank you. Members, any feedback? Anyone wants to give some feedback? Please go ahead. Yeah, Toastmaster Karthik.
Good evening, all. Sorry for being delayed because I just dropped from office and reached home at about 8:15, and sorry for that. And I just come to know that there is a lot of appreciation for TM Karthik for his first icebreaker, and congratulations, TM Karthik, for your journey in Toastmasters. And there's a lot to go, and you can expect any possible support and coordination from this team. This is just an extended family, so we feel comfortable to connect with any one of our this team. And I enjoyed. I mean, though the table topic session was over still, but I enjoyed the evaluations. A wonderful evaluation session by two great evaluators, Sonalata ma'am and Nitya, and also the timer report was awesome. Congratulations and thank you very much, TMCB. Because every time we saw TM Sijo Joy would come up with innovative ideas, but this time I saw still the innovation is being further extended to take into newer levels. And thank you very much for continuing this, despite challenges that people are finding difficult to take roles, including me also, because this was a working day, so I didn't dare to, because otherwise I would be not be doing just to my job. So coming Saturday, I will be certainly taking up roles and if possible also speeches. So I also encourage others to invite your friends and just as a guest, maybe possibly, and so that we can make this platform leverage this platform for our learning and networking, and also enrich ourselves. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor. Nitya, can you just share the certificates? Let me announce the results.
I actually have shared them with you.
Okay, you have shared them
on WhatsApp.
Yeah. Just give me 2 minutes. I have solution.
Yeah, meanwhile, just wanted to remind our guests that if you can just fill the feedback form, I think we already have the link pasted in the chat. Maybe you can go through that, make this time useful to that. It will be helpful to reach out to you guys and provide more details of our meetings as it comes and proceeds.
Nitya, can you just share it here? Because I think my system has got hanged, so I'm not able to access my WhatsApp.
Yeah, ma'am. Just a second. Give me a second. Yeah. I'll share the screen.
Yeah. One by one.
Yeah, just a second. I hope you can see now. 1 second. Yeah, so the best auxiliary player, ma'am, you'll announce?
Yeah. The best auxiliary player goes to Toastmasters CB for being the timer of our meeting. Thank you very much and congratulations, Toastmasters CB. Yeah, the next one. Okay, the best evaluator. I'm taking this role, Toastmasters Swarnalata. So yeah, the next one. The best prepared speech. Here is a big round. It is his icebreaker, but Toastmaster Karthik took away the best prepared speech. Congratulations, Karthik, and many more to come your way. Yeah, the next. Of course, we know this will primary role player. The TTM will take it. So it is Toastmaster Partha. And can someone beat Uma ma'am in table topics today? I was just blown away by the story she said. You know, it was too good of the. I will definitely remember this and use it somewhere in my speech. The green spectacles. It was a great speech. Congratulations, Uma ma'am. It was very wonderful to hear you after a long time, and the story was literally blown away. Thank you, everyone. Now I declare meeting number 197 officially closed, and I'll also stop the YouTube streaming. Then we can have a cross talk with all of us. I would like to inform you all one more thing, that on 5th of November, we are going to have a milestone meeting. That is 200th meeting of Speak Magic Toastmasters Club. And we are going to plan a lot of events. We are going to get a lot of guest speakers, keynote speaker. So please mark your calendar and block your calendar. Please don't tell me it is a working day. So 5th of October, okay. I will give more announcement in the group little later.